Hello, everybody. It's me again. Oh, yes. Unlisted YouTube video wearing the red shirt. Is he gonna cry again? Maybe. I come to you making one of the most hated videos that I make, but it is kind of just getting my thoughts out about so, emotional, social issues. Oh my God, no. It's painful. But I only do this when actually get truly upset at stuff. And here I am again, truly upset and feel like I need to throw my, quite honestly, stupid opinion into the ring. So here we are. Why am I making this video? Well, to be quite honest with you, I don't care about a lot of things in this world. I truly don't. But what I do care about is Dota and the Dota community, and making sure that everyone on this planet realizes that Dota is the greatest game ever made with the greatest community ever forged, and that we are the pinnacle of all things esport and video gaming. It's a simple goal, but I think that it is my purpose in this world is to try to get Dota in front of as many eyes as possible because Dota gave me everything. My life was shit before Dota. I had $200 in my bank account for the entirety of my life, literally having no idea what I was going to do until I stumbled upon the world's greatest community. And then I owe you guys everything. I owe you, the community, literally everything. So I feel that it is my intrinsic duty to try to do what I think is right for the community and try to get it in front of as many eyes as possible in a positive light. That is what drives me. So let's talk about why I'm making this video. The biggest criticism we have of Valve software, I think that everyone shares, is that their advertisement for this game is non-fucking existent. No offense. Top 10 reasons I shouldn't make this video. That last sentence. I'm never getting hired again. But no, I'm kidding. That was great. Please hire me. But the advertisement of Dota is atrocious, as many of us would think. And most people think that because we know the positive beauty of Dota. We know the positive, amazing game that we have in the amazing community. And we say we should be out there. People should know us. People should join us. Guys, I got a really bad wake up call right now, especially after TI. How we treat new players, how we treat new talent, how we treat anyone that is clueless about Dota is fucking garbage. It's bad. And that's not all on us. It's not all on you, on the community. And more reasons why I'm never going to get hired. I think a lot of it has to do with, the Valve, which is terrifying for me to say. But keep listening. Don't fire me yet. Let's just keep listening. Oh, fuck. I was just about to hit stop and redo it, but fuck it. Here we are. Okay, so anyway, let's get into stuff. Let's get into why I'm making this video, where all this is coming from, and you can tag along with me and then relentlessly flame me in the comments, so it's all good. But, okay, let's do an example. Now, when I was getting into this scene, I was working as a waiter for 8 years, had no money in my life, no bank account or whatever, and they did an experiment in the restaurant business that I worked in. And they started doing a system of customer reviews. Now, if you were a restaurant that got a lot of positive reviews, you'd get rewarded. But if you're a restaurant that got a lot of negative reviews, you would get punished. Now, obviously, this seems like a perfectly logical, unique, non-crazy system. Bad players get punished, good players get, the opposite. But in reality, what they found was that the restaurants that had the most audience interaction, the most people that went in and ate there and left reviews, were negative, despite the best rated restaurants. The top rated restaurants would have the most negative reviews. Now, that's a very interesting thing, is it not? You would expect the top-rated ones to be positive, obviously, because they're top-rated and they're the busiest and they have the most population. But they would find that the crappier restaurants where nobody went to would, on the average, have much more positive than negative reviews. How does that make any sense? Okay, well, let's talk about human nature. What kind of psychopath goes into a restaurant, eats a steak that's perfect and delicious, and then is so motivated to think about that steak that 3 hours later when they're home chilling on their computer, they're like, you know what? I think I will write about how delicious my dinner was. No offense to you if you're one of those people. My wife is one of those people. She's constantly doing positive reviews, but that's fucking crazy. Okay, I have things to do. If I go somewhere and I expect something and it works out fine, I'm not gonna fucking write about it. I'm just gonna live my life because it lived up to my expectations. However, if I'm expecting something good and it doesn't live up to my expectations, yes, I might get a little pissed off. Not me personally. I still think people that write online reviews are fucking psychotic. But if I'm expecting something good and I'm very passionate about it and it doesn't work out to how I feel, I am much, much more motivated to leave something negative, which explains that dichotomy between something being extremely popular and extremely good, but also having a lot of negative feedback because you are more invested in a product that you believe will be good. Is that bad? No, I don't think. It's actually fine. But it's good to understand the mental workings of why that happens and why a game like Dota is so inherently prone to criticism. Because, sorry guys, we are the best fucking game, and we expect the best fucking everything because we know we're the best. Dota has an air of superiority. Typically, that superiority is from a place of, oh my god, we shouldn't be superior. Well, we are. It just is. It just is the best game, and it is one of the best communities. It's a community that funds its own fucking prize pool of 140 or something $million because we know how good it is. Sorry. But because of that, it's a very passionate community and a community that expects a lot from not only its players, but from the people that represent it to the company that puts it on. It is the most, and I don't use this as a negative term, entitled community out there because we are entitled to this game because we fucking make it happen. All right, we are the beta testers that make the game, that make the heroes. We're the fucking people that make this game the greatest game of all time, and we're the ones that fucking fund it. So yes, we are entitled because we have made it. We are entitled to a service that we have made. I'm sorry I'm using we as this, but I mean, what can you do? At any rate, restaurant example aside, I hope that you guys understand kind of where we're headed with this. Obviously, let's just get the cat out of the box. This is a response to the Moxie thread and just the kind of vitriol hatred of people at TI, which is so strange to me. Because we say that the biggest fuck up that Valve does is advertising for the game, yet on the only time that there is advertisement for the game, people look at us, the community, and how we react to people and how we treat people and see only the most vile, fucking insane hatred. That ain't a good look, guys. It's not welcoming in any way to go in and check out Dota 2 for the first time and see crazy fans flaming every single aspect of it. Now, don't get me wrong. Before you boot up your computers and talk about what a little bitch I'm being, I would like to state that I love criticism. Criticism made my career. I fucking eat criticism. It is my shit. Guys, I love you for making positive threads and saying that I'm doing a good job. You're wonderful. But that ain't it, dude. I go to the fucking bottom. I call it the gold mine, where everybody is got those negative buttons and I gotta click on them. I call that digging for gold, and I get to read the most fucked up, insane shit about myself, and I love it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I actually love it. Criticism drives me. I get death threats all the time. I fucking love death threats. The thing about it is that you guys can't hate me as much as I hate myself. When people send me death threats, I converse with them and ask them to explain how they're going to kill me in vivid details so I can think about it while I'm having sex. I mean, this is like my shit. I love it. But not everybody is a sick freak. Some people don't like death threats. They don't like being criticized and torn down over and over again. And yeah, you got to get a thick skin and all that shit. I mean, it's very hard when you have self-confidence and people are tearing you down. If you're like me and you have zero self-confidence and you hate yourself, it doesn't affect you at all. In fact, it's hilarious. But for normal functioning human beings, especially non-Dota talent, because, they actually have lives, it's hurtful, terrible stuff. So let's talk about why this is something you should care about. Because, yes, criticism is valid. In fact, criticism is amazing. Criticism is the only thing that makes you improve. There's two things that make you improve as a human being. It's competition and criticism. Some of the most important parts of your life are when someone that's trusted, a friend of yours, will go up to you and say, hey, you do this, I don't think you should. I gotta pause here because I gotta blow my nose. I promise. I did not edit. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm back. Anyway, criticism is incredible. Criticism shaped my career. When I started off, I was even more annoying than when I am now. I know that's very hard to believe if you're a new Dota player, but go look up the videos from Summit 4, my early YouTube content. It's fucking unwatchable insanity. If you still like that shit, shout out to you. But at any rate, criticism is what shapes us into the best that we can be. There is a difference, though. There is constructive criticism, and then there's insane shit. Now, constructive criticism is a fucking diamond in the gold mine. It's so easy to say, this guy sucks, and I hate him, and I'm switching, and I'm going to the Gork stream or whatever. That's some fucking low IQ bullshit, which is fine. I mean, I'm not going to tell stupid people to try to not be stupid. If they could comprehend that, they're probably already shut off the video. What I'm saying is that constructive criticism is the greatest asset that any singular entity can ever get. Because to be upset by something that you love and then write in how to make it better takes effort. It takes time. It's a high MMR play of mental fortitude to say, I see something's wrong, I want to voice that something's wrong, but here is why I don't like it. And you don't have to come up with a solution. Don't get me wrong. A lot of people think that constructive criticism is like, yo, this guy sucks at this, he should do this. No, that's the onus is on me, if you will. That's the onus on everybody else. Constructive criticism is saying, I don't like this because of these reasons, and I will stop. I don't like that product. And that's a very, very, very helpful thing. And it is you're allowed to do that. You should be able to do that. I mean, it's what you're passionate about. But the difference is that giving non-constructive criticism of just like, this fucking sucks and I mute the stream every time this person comes on. Okay, can I be real with you for 1 second? If you're actually so invested in a stream that when someone comes on the stream, you physically mute it and wait for them to leave the stream, you might want to go touch some grass outside. I get it, though. Coming from me, that's fucking rich. I'm the most annoying person in the scene. But I'm just saying, you might be a little too invested. At any rate, yes. So I'm all for criticism. I think it's absolutely fantastic. And I think that criticism always comes from a place of love. And I know that sounds really stupid because everyone thinks that the Dota community is hyper toxic and that we're all like psychotic incels. But most criticism, I think, comes from love. Because if you didn't care, you wouldn't write it in the first place. So yeah, it's the trick of making something constructive rather than just shitty criticism. Saying this guy sucks is not good criticism. I mean, it just means you're fucking... that's like a Herald level flame. Get smart with it. Say, I don't like person because A, B, C, D. And it takes a lot more effort, but it's a lot more respectable because you're trying to make something better. And I guess that's the big point of this video. I'm not here to defend any talent. I'm not here to tell you the social or... I don't give a fuck about all that. I care about Dota. And I care about how people view Dota. And when new talent come into the scene, or new players come into the scene, and they're hit with this incredible, incessant criticism that is lowbrow, shitty criticism, it doesn't look good on us. The International is the only advertising that Dota gets. It is the one opportunity for people to come into our scene and get a glimpse of it because, a giant prize pool is great advertisement. And it's the one chance that we have other people to see who we are and what we do and what we value. The games are fantastic. But the community sometimes, especially their attitudes to people coming in and not knowing what's going on, are sometimes horrific. I mean, okay, I'm sorry, I gotta name names here and all that stuff, but you have new hosts that come in and are asking questions that are not, high-level questions, comparing heroes with GPM and XPM and XPM. Look, I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. Asking what a Midas is and shit. This is, to you, the dedicated viewer. What the fuck is this person talking about? I get it. That's a stupid question. They shouldn't be asking that stupid question. But to somebody that doesn't know Dota, the person that is coming into the restaurant for the first time and ordering the steak and they don't they get it and they're like, hey, that was pretty good. They're not going to leave a positive comment. They're not going to be like, wow, I didn't know what Midas did and this person asked about it and now I know. That's a person that we have to look out for. And Dota 2 is an extremely interesting game because we don't ever do that for the rest of the year. Nobody's going to watch the fucking Anti-Major that doesn't know Dota. Sorry. I'm sure the tournament organizers would love that, but we're a very secular scene. We don't cater to people that don't watch Dota except for at the International. And I know that seems counterintuitive because it's our biggest moment. This is the epitome of greatness in our scene. Shouldn't we only have the most analytical, like 100% I know everything about Dota people there? Yeah, no. We should have people that are new to the scene. We should have people that need to entice other people to join our community because as good as you can be, stagnation leads to death, guys. You need to be able to make room for people that are growing and asking those questions of what the fuck is a Midas? You need to have somebody there for that. And I know you as a very dedicated person, a patron of that restaurant who goes there every week and then has one bad meal and you're like, hey, I didn't like that meal. I know you might be upset, but at the same time, you need to be able to make room for people that are coming in and seeing shit for the first time. But it's not just that. I mean, I get it. If you're like, yo, why is this person saying shit that any Dota player should know? Which, no offense, but the new talent that was at the International, they all play a lot of fucking Dota. Frankie's been streaming with Purge for 8 months. Sumi used to stream Dota 2 before she went to GDQ games. Yeah, that's right, GDQ. I mean, these are Dota fans. They just haven't been at the International before. But what I'm saying is that these guys doing things that are not Dota-esque are fucking amazing for our growth. It's the big picture kind of shit. When someone talks about things that are not Dota, for instance, Counter-Strike or their lives or something like that, they're not trying to appeal to you, 5K dude on, who nonstop spams Anti-Mage and ruins my pubs. They're appealing to people that don't play Dota. And the one opportunity that we have for people that don't play Dota, there's an intrinsic value in that. And that intrinsic value is extremely important, even if it's even asking bad questions. Having cringy situations in a broadcast like TI is fucking essential. And I know that's insane, but that's the world that we built. We built a world where one event sums up all of our chances to ever reach out of our community. And that's fucking weird. And it's weird because it has such a giant prize pool. And instead of diversing that prize pool into a stable scene that pro players don't have to feel like they're going to have a fucking heart attack participating in, it's all of our eggs are in that one basket. Does that sound weird to you? It is fucking weird. But that's where we're at in the scene, and it's this drive of only the best can play the best. Only the best gamers deserve to be Dota gamers and deserve the money. It's our identity. Is that something that we should just keep forever? Maybe not. As we enter what could be the twilight years of Dota, perhaps we should get away from that elitist attitude and open the doors to new talent and new players and not be so insanely elitist. Because guess what, guys? I'm immortal in US East right now. There's 8 people. I play against the same 8 fucking people every day. I would like more people to play this game, please. I hate some of them. I know, this is all rich coming from me. I am the most annoying talent by far. And, I have, I don't know. This is stupid coming from me, but what's not stupid is thinking about treating people better, not just because you're passionate about the product, but because of how others view us. Who the fuck wants to work an international as talent after people were treated this time? I mean, sweet Jesus. Go in there and get crucified for just talking about, anything? It's terrifying. Who the fuck would want to join Dota after seeing how people, talk about people that don't know anything about the game like that? This is how our scene dies. This is the pride before the fall. And you know what? Some of you say, I don't give a shit if new players come, and I don't care if we don't get new talent into the scene. I just want competitive, good games, and I want to watch the good games. And you know what? That's fair. You can do that. If you're invested in Dota slowly dying as your gameplay gets better and better, that's okay for you. But for me, who's someone who cares about this community as if it's like a member of my family, for someone who wants to see this game thrive, this is not the play. It was the play. It has been the play for many years. Keeping us on a pedestal and having us be the greatest game ever made that no one should ever touch is fantastic. But as player numbers go down and as new games come up, it is imperative to try to find ways to let people enter into the scene and keep things growth and fresh. Look at Team Spirit. A fucking team comes out of nowhere with a bunch of new talent, comes in and wins TI. The pro scene in Dota has never been better. But the welcoming of new players and the welcoming of us as a community to new talent is abysmal, guys. I mean, we need to work on it. And I put my money where my mouth is. I truly believe in this. I spend months in my own time and energy making a tutorial for Dota 2. I'm extremely passionate about this shit. And I think it's just people have this weird separation between, new players versus new talent. Because new talent is extremely, extremely important. It is so important because they bring in other communities of other people that they work with. But not only that, they ask questions for people that are not part of those communities and help them feel welcomed and accepted. And new talent's great for other talent too. Every single time that there's a new person at an event, I try to highlight them and make them feel like fucking gods. Because new talent make old talent perform better. Competition is fantastic. I love the way that Dota is set up because it is set up kind of like a capitalistic society. And that's, sorry everybody, we're about to get into some weird shit here, but I believe that competition breeds innovation. And the more people that feel like they never have anybody new entering their space, the more complacent they can get. I know that's kind of a toxic way to look at shit, but I think that competition breeds innovation, and that I love it when new people come in and get new flavors. And I love it when we can exit the Dota bubble. I've said this before on stream, but I will take any fucking gig that is outside of Dota so that I can learn shit and bring it back into Dota. We're so secular in our ways because we are the best game. I mean, it's just a sad fact. There's no reason to play a game besides Dota. But if I can do anything besides Dota and bring that knowledge back in any way, I'll take it 100%. I don't even give a shit when I get paid. I get paid like shit when I work other events. Doesn't matter to me because it's bringing things back home. This is shit like the International. This is stuff like new talent, new all that. It's bringing things outside of our bubble in. And it's okay if you don't think that it was good. But what's important is understanding the role that is played and providing constructive criticism. Because some of this shit isn't for you, and that's okay. But who the fuck wants to work a Dota event after how people were treated coming in for this one? It's crazy. Now, I'm definitely not saying don't ever say anything negative. My career wouldn't exist if people didn't say negative. But I guess I'm talking in circles here. Let's talk about how we can be productive as a community and how we can, be kind to each other. Because, sorry guys, it's not 2002 anymore. 4chan culture is fucking stupid. Flaming people on the internet for cool boy points is not fucking cool. We all use the internet now. It's not a hidden boys club. It's like, fucking most of our people that use the internet were not born the first time that we used the internet. It's just becoming society now. You don't have to make it this cool toxic club anymore. We can be inclusive and enjoy ourselves. In fact, as we enter past the fucking 15-year mark on Dota existing, behooves us to stop being a bunch of toxic psycho elitists. So anyway, pause because I lost my place. All right, hold on. Okay, are we unpaused? I think so. Anyway, so where do we go from here? What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that you're okay to say your opinion. It's fine. But just make sure that it is building onto something and that that opinion that you have of something is valuable. It is important. But it needs to be shared in a way that is not some fucking herald insane shit. It needs to be in a way that is constructive. And you need to also try to understand that when people come in that are not Dota gods and experts, it has a very, very valuable place in trying to keep this game alive and grow it. Guys, I fucking love Dota. I would kill for an Owie, Insania, PPD panel hosted by fucking No Tail and Seb. Yeah, I'd be taking fucking notes on that shit. But guess what? If you're a casual Dota player, or if you're someone who's never seen Dota and is going in for the most viewed event in history of Dota, and what the fuck do you get out of that? Humans, real humans, not Dota players, human beings need to be around these things to be able to convince other people to come into see our scene. And we need to be able to show people it's safe to come into our scene. And again, that's something that we can do as a community, is be more welcoming and more kind and more accepting of people that are trying to show our game to people that don't know it exists or think that we're fucking toxic psychopaths. Because that's the biggest stigma about Dota outside of Dota. It is a very hard game, and it's filled with the most toxic community in the world. I know that's not true. I know that we have one of the most loving and beautiful communities in the world. But you go to that fucking Twitch chat when one of our new talent is on there, or you go to a Reddit thread after the event, it don't look like we're the most loving community in the world, fam, because we got some low MMR Herald-ass fucking criticisms in there. It's garbage. But anyway, so making this video is a real bitch move because somebody was brave enough to put the focal point of the angry mob on them. A lot of people are saying, this is all stemming from that thread that Moxie made. People are saying, Moxie, oh my God, she's making excuses. Do you have any idea the kind of courage that it takes to see a raging mob of unlimited people that are all, their identities are hidden, and make yourself the fucking focal point of that? I mean, that's courage beyond belief. My spot in this scene is pretty fucking secured, honestly. I'm not too worried, except for after this video, I'm gonna, it's over for me, but what can you do? But to make yourself the focal point of that kind of visceral hatred about something that is the most important moment of a lot of people's, not lives, but their biggest passion, it is fucking insane bravery to be able to be like, take me, tear me down, because I'm gonna do what I think is right. So yeah, I'm making this because I think that was one of the bravest things I've ever seen, is someone to just say, yo, entire community, millions of people, fucking come at me because you guys are being rude to other people. It's incredible. So, yeah, I'm making this to say, you know what? I think that it's in all of our best interests to not be toxic psychopaths. The growth of the game depends on it. The growth of the thing I love the most depends on it. Even though inherently I understand it's part of our identity. Being the best, being the prime, being saying that you didn't earn being here because you're not a fucking Dota player, you didn't put in 100,000 hours, that's in our DNA. But you have to fight against that, especially at something, our only chance for people to join into the game, because we will just die a slow, painful, arrogant death. And that is not something that any of us want. Because Lord knows, again, if I have to play against the guy who does the happy face Smurf dude on every single day for the rest of my life, I'm gonna freak out. All right, so anywho, let's get me in trouble. Let's get me some skin in my game. I wish I said something sooner. I was unfortunately just, I know it's a really shitty excuse, but I was just fucking busy. I mean, my TI schedule is from 6 a.m. till 2 a.m. every day. And then when I got home, my wife was very angry that I abandoned my 9-month-old child for a month. So I had some family days I needed to do, but now's my first chance. So, all right, so skin in my game. Here I am bitching to you guys, the beautiful guys in the community. Is it 100% your fault? No. In fact, I think that some of the responsibility has to be on Valve as well. So why is there no report button for racist, bigot, sexist shit in the game? There's a communication report button. I understand that. But muting somebody for being a sexist, racist bigot is not the solution. Those motherfuckers need to be banned, okay? And why can I go to a website and look up somebody's word cloud of them using the N-word as their biggest word and be in a pub with this dude? Are you telling me that it would be so hard to put in a report button for racist, bigot, insane shit, and then a bot scrubs their text, picks up a few flagged words, and bans the fucking guy? I'm not saying he needs to be life banned the first time, even though he fucking should be, because it's not hard to be not a racist, bigot piece of shit. I'm saying maybe a 2-week ban, and if they do it again, 6-month ban, and if they do it again, a year ban. Is that too harsh? Maybe. But guys, if you want to grow a good community, if you want people to not be toxic to each other, then things need to be happening. Quite honestly, this would not be hard. And I have no idea why it doesn't exist except for a monetary issue. And I know that really sucks, but it is not in your monetary interest to start banning people from your game because they are toxic. It is a monetary incentive to keep them being able to play your game, but pretend like something is happening to these people. Is that fucked up to say? Yeah. Am I probably going to be in trouble for saying something like that about, the game? Yeah. Is it the right thing to say? I think so. People that treat other people like shit, especially towards like women and other races and other nationalities in an online game, I'm sorry if they give you a lot of money. To be quite honest with you, stupid people probably spend the most money in the game, because if they weren't stupid, they wouldn't be spending a bunch of money. They'd be paying their bills and saving for the future. But should these people, just because they most likely spend a decent chunk of money or, spend a lot of time and support for the game, be allowed to just do whatever they want and make other people feel like shit? No. If the way that like women are treating in this game is fucking insane. And reading this thread by Moxie where people are like, oh, Effie, nobody ever said anything about Effie. Nobody ever said anything about Sheever. That's the most incel fucking stupid shit Are you fucking insane? I've known Sheever for years. She didn't stop getting hate. She got the most hate out of anybody. And she probably still continues to get hate. But you know what you guys did? You made her skin so diamond hard that she's like me now. She's a fucking sicko about it. You changed her whole personality from the amount of hate that she got. Effie, are you fucking out of your minds? When she got into the Animator, she was pages and pages and pages of fucking people hating. But now it's just easier to use them as examples for why you can hate someone else. That's bullshit. Sorry. And people are using me as well. They're like, oh, Slacks was people hate on him and he got better. That's not a fucking excuse. I'm sorry. How is anyone ever going to join our community and think that we're good people if every single time that anyone tries to do anything that's not an expert in Dota has to be put in a fucking bronze bowl and boiled alive to carve their way through? I get it. We all had to do it. I had to play 100,000 hours in Dota before I thought I was good. I get it. It's part of our identity. But at the same time, if we want this game to survive and live and be an incredible, welcoming place that I know it can be, we got to cut this shit out. Especially for new talent at TI. I mean, you think Day 9's going to come back and host another fucking event? You think Machine's coming back to host another event? You think these poor ladies that came in this event are going to come back after what this is? Who the fuck wants to work TI after this, guys? You got to be completely honest with yourselves. Who is going to want to come into our community after this shit? There is a purpose for this. It's not just random bullshit. This is essential for getting new people into our game. We're killing it with our own pride. The Prideth is coming before the fall. We got to cut this shit out. Or at least be constructive in the criticism. Because I know, down in everyone's heart, that is a Dota fan, that we want new talent and we want new players. And I know that this criticism is coming from a place of passion and love, but it's not what you say, guys. It's how you say it. And if you don't like somebody and you want to go turn into the Gork stream and lose a couple thousand IQ points, that's okay too. You're entitled to that opinion. You're a fan. I'm not saying fans shouldn't be able to say things. What I'm saying is that saying things in a way that makes Dota better is in all of our interests. Nobody's watching the fucking Twitch chat that is like a new player, especially perhaps a female gamer that's coming into that Twitch chat and seeing the vitriol, psychotic shit that is going on, wants to be part of this community. And that breaks my fucking heart. So, okay, what needs to change? How do we improve? Let's give some constructive criticism to this shitty video. Okay, number one of the biggest dick moves you can do in this world is see an injustice and say something against it. Like what Moxie did. She saw people getting ripped apart and she fucking stood up and said, I don't care if the entire community wants to absolutely destroy me. I'm going to stand up for what's right, what I think is right. You can do it too. Every single pub that you're in, if there's a new player and they say they're new and someone's flaming the fuck out of them, call them a stupid idiot. Use your toxicity for the betterment of Dota. We're all toxic assholes, but I'm saying channel that toxic assholeness to people that are more toxic than you and weed this shit out. Stand up for what's right in the world. If a girl's in your game and she uses the microphone, don't treat her any differently. And if other people do, call them a bunch of incels and ask them to go to Mason's stream. Sorry, Mason. That was a joke. Chill. Everybody chill. Okay, but at any rate, stand up for what you think is right publicly. And it sucks because you're going to get flamed. I'm going to get flamed for this video. Valve might be mad at me for saying that they need to have harsher ways to punish people that are saying insane shit in the games. But stand up for it. Because guess what? I'll sleep great tonight. I'm going to sleep great knowing that I said what I thought is true. And even if people don't like it, at least I feel like I'm a better person for it. So in the end, you get soul MMR, you know? You get soul points. You might lose face points. I'm sure I lost a lot of fans with this video. I'm sure there's people that are angry at me from Valve for this video, but I'm going to sleep good tonight, so fuck it. Second thing you could do is it's okay to not like something, but do try to be constructive in that criticism. Always start with, I don't like this because. It's very easy. And I don't like this because he's annoying is not good. Saying something like, I don't like this because I think that, he should not scream all the time. He should not curse all the time. He should actually know what the players are saying. These are good feedbacks that a talent can take and say, okay, I can build off this. Another thing is to try to give new people, both in-game and talent, a chance. Build them up. I know that it's very hard to do because they're representing what you love most in this world, and quite frankly, they're not good enough for you because you've put in so much. And the comparison between what they've put in, what you've put in is not fair, and you guys shouldn't be in the same room together as, like, perhaps that's how you feel for in-game and in talent. But you need to realize that that's how a game dies. That's how pride kills something, is by saying that just because I'm good at this, no one else should be good at this. Do you think fucking basketball players are running onto the court and hitting the ball at kids playing in their neighborhood? No. They want new basketball players. We want new Dota players. We want new talent. These are all very, very positive things. And it's okay to say that you didn't think that they did a good job and they should do X, Y, Z, because that's going to make them better. And constructive, good criticism is amazing. It's what makes people the best. Nobody just fucking waltzes in and does a perfect job. ODPixel was grinding pubs for 3 years with 10 viewers before he got his big moment. So, hit it up. And understand that this is for the good of all of us, is to allow new people to come into our very special, beautiful game. Okay, and last but not least, I think there should be a lot more done about in-game toxicity. I think having a communication report button that sends people to low priority is a lot like the U.S. prison system. You're sending a lot of crazy assholes into a pool with other crazy assholes to learn how to get crazier, and then releasing them back into the population. Low behavior score variance games, it's insanity. If someone is saying the N-word or using sexist shit or anything else, they should be fucking removed from the community. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you lose money doing it, or I'm sorry if it's a big hassle, but there is zero reason I should be able to go on a word cloud and see any of the shit on a player in my game. Sorry. I know. We want to keep it into like the 2002 fucking internet culture, 4chan it up, say whatever weird, crazy shit we want to do. I get it. But the punishment needs to be something that people actually give a shit about. Would it go too far for people to be able to say, I don't know, what gender they are or something in the game? And if a female player is a new player and she has people constantly being sexist to her, just give her a little bit more power in, being able to remove people from stuff? Is that too far? I don't know. I hate gender politics, so I really hate this kind of stuff. But what I don't hate is trying to promote people entering our game and feeling like they're accepted and loved, because everybody deserves that, especially if you're learning and especially if you're trying to promote us to communities that don't know us. So yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool making exceptions for people to try to let them feel more empowered against the toxic, horrible shit that they have to go through in this game, because I can see both sides. I can see someone being super invested, pissed off that there's a new player in their team and they really want to win. I can see someone that loves Dota 2 esports seeing new people asking dumb questions that they don't like and thinking it's stupid. I understand that. But I also see the big picture of having people new in the game, having people new in the scene, and appealing to people that are not so entrenched in the game is essential for our lifelong being. So, be good people. TLDR, if you've sat through this entire thing, furiously scribbling down notes for every stupid thing that I said wrong so that you can use it against me. TLDR, be kind. Be constructive, and realize that it's just a game. It's our lives. It's my life. But it is just a game. There's no reason to get so worked up about shit. There's no reason to send death threats about stuff unless you're sending it to me. Please. Please vividly tell me how you'll kill me. I want to die so bad. But try to treat each other with respect and love, and fight for what you think is right, but stand up for what you think is right as well. Be good to each other, because I know how amazing you guys are. You guys are the greatest people that have ever existed in this world. The goodness that comes out of the Dota community. We don't play Dota to make other people feel bad. I know we all pretend to, but we play Dota to meet 4 other fucking randos and rise against insurmountable odds. We're a people that come together in what I call the long defeat. This is like some Tolkien stuff. We all know we're not going to the international. Even the players, 90% of the players that go to TI aren't going to win it. But we are in it for the long defeat. We're in it for the small victories, knowing that we're never going to win. But there's one thing that we can win at every single day, and it's treating each other better, and it's standing up for other people, and it's making our community welcoming. Guys, the time has come to stop being fucking elitist psychopaths. The time has come to open up our arms and welcome people in. We are the first people that can do that. When the community fixes itself and becomes more welcoming and becomes less toxic and more constructive, then we can put pressure on Valve to do it as well. Because we got to solve our own problems first. Right now, Valve's kicking our ass. They're putting new, good people in front of the camera at TI, and they're getting destroyed by the community. We don't have to be that way. Let's fix ourselves, then we can fix more, then we can finally destroy League of Legends. Which is why, I know that's why we're all here. There's a lot of jokes in here, I'm sorry. I didn't cry this time. And that's because I use a lot of jokes. So, please, treat each other right. Okay? Now, please, if you would, flood this video with death threats. And I'm happy to respond to anything. I believe in my words. Please hire me more, Valve. See you later, guys.